In this video, we are going to practice calculating the initial velocity when we're given the horizontal distance traveled and the firing angle. This practice video is different from the first one in that I'm giving the information given is in meters. So we're going to practice using the gravitational constant for acceleration in the standard international units. So a projectile is launched at an angle of 50 degrees and lands 48 meters away from the launch pad. With what initial velocity was the projectile launched? Again, from our PowerPoint video, here is the equation that we should be using for initial velocity. I'm going to plug in my gravitational constant for acceleration. My horizontal distance will be plugged in for x. And my theta, the angle at which I will do double the angle at which we fired. So to get started, my initial velocity is equal to the square root of a negative g, and g in this case is negative 9.81 meters per second squared, and I'm using negative 9.81 this time because I was given my distance in meters, so I'm using the international standard. Then we have to multiply by x, which represents the horizontal distance that it traveled, which was 48 meters. And I'm going to divide by the sine of 2 times my angle, which was 50 degrees. Opposite a negative is a positive, so I'm going to do 9.81 times 48. And that becomes 470.88 meters squared per second squared. And then in the bottom, I'm going to have the sine of 100 degrees. So again, in my calculator, making sure that I'm operating in degree mode, I'm going to calculate the sine of 100 degrees. So I'll have 470.88 meters squared per second squared divided by the sine of 100 degrees, which is 0.985. Next, I'm going to divide 470.88 by 0.985. And when I do that, I get 478.051 meters squared per second squared. And finally, to get my initial velocity, I am going to take the square root of this number right here and of my units. So the square root of 478.051 is 21.864, and the square root of meters squared is meters. Square root of seconds squared is seconds. So my initial velocity was almost 22 meters per second.